in my world.
What level are you?
I'm like 26, 27.
I am almost double your level.
Okay, yeah, that's why.
Time to go.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't expecting you to be right there.
I just walked up to it and you're just like, get out. And I'm just like, what? It's just barrels. Oh, God. Okay, gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I got a really awesome, interesting, and different kind of video that I want to do for you guys. But before we get into today's video, I do want to give a special thank you and a special shout out to Bandai Namco for hooking me up with early access and a review copy of Elden Ring. Now, I have been meaning to upload a lot more Elden Ring content on here on the channel, but I've been so sucked into the game and I've ran into so many things. I keep forgetting to make videos on them. Like the first two guides I made when Elden Ring launched that night. I kind of made those guides and just fell off of the the uploading thing for it a bit because I got so immersed into the game. But I have been streaming it over on good old Twitch, twitch.tv/Tanek127. So if you're not, go ahead and follow me over there. I do stream some Elden Ring from time to time. And let's go ahead and talk about today's topic and discussion that I want to have with Elden Ring. So, Elden Ring reviews are out. It's no secret that Elden Ring is a very successful game by now. Everywhere, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, 15 out of 15, 20 out of 20, yada yada yada. You don't need me to tell you that Elden Ring is a good game. So I'm not gonna waste my time in today's video doing that. Instead, I'm going to answer a different question that will probably appeal a bit more to my audience. And that question is, I am an MMO player. I like console MMOs, or I like MMORPGs in general. Should I play Elden Ring? Will Elden Ring satisfy, my taste and cravings in games? Is Elden Ring something for me? Will Elden Ring offer me any experience that's kind of like an MMO? So let's throw the first and big fat thing out there to make absolutely clear. Elden Ring is not an MMORPG. Not at all. It is a single-player action RPG with multiplayer elements to it. As an MMO player, I want to ask you some things. And, if you play MMOs, you should probably be answering yes to most of these questions. Do you like grinding for good gear? Do you like challenging raid content? Well, some of you may. I know not everybody that plays MMORPGs is a hardcore raider, but you get what I mean. Do you like straightforward classes, or do you like more creative and customizable builds? Do you like character creation? How in-depth do you like your character creation? Do you like hardcore endgame content? Do you like the ability to be able to go and replay older content over and over and over again? Now, if you're an MMORPG player, I'm going to assume that you answered yes to a lot of everything I asked, or probably a majority of it. And now, for the good part is, Elden Ring offers every single thing I just named to you. Now, there are no raids in Elden Ring. Elden Ring is basically open world Dark Souls. That's the best way to describe it. Now, I explained that Elden Ring was a single player RPG with multiplayer elements. Elden Ring does have multiplayer to it. You can play the game with up to 2 other friends. So you can take on any content in the game with a total of 3 people. Now, Elden Ring, when you look at it on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, is going to technically list itself as a 4-player game. And you'll probably be wondering why that is. Well, because a 4th player, also known as an invader, can come in and ruin your day. Yeah, that's right. You are playing an open world action RPG where some douchebag somewhere on the world at any given time can hop in your game and just beat your ass because he feels like it. Welcome to the Souls universe. But it's a really cool, interesting mechanic that's been in a lot of these Souls games for a while. I really wish they would have even put it in Code Vein, which I think that would have been a really cool thing. I really wish Code Vein would have had PvP, but that's a whole topic and story for another day. But it's a high risk, high reward kind of game, and Elden Ring, is no different from that when it comes to a lot of the Souls things. A lot of things they have done in Elden Ring, though, is they have taken a lot of the quality of life features that have come in some of the later Souls games, like Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, and even the Demon Souls remake, and they have brought these quality of life features even more convenient and a lot more simplified, for newer players. One thing about Elden Ring, and one reason it's so successful right now, is because despite it being as difficult or even harder than previous Dark Souls games, it's a lot more accessible than some of the older games. For example, when it comes to multiplayer, there are certain items you have to craft and build to turn the multiplayer feature on in the game. Well, in a lot of the other previous Souls games, these things were pretty hard to get. You had to kill boss, or they were a rare item that you could only find occasionally, and you had to, hang on with them and do multiple playthroughs to build them up. In Elden Ring, they are literally sitting around as simple little flowers all throughout the open world, and you just pick them up. And not to mention, every time you go to a grace, aka a bonfire, and reset, they respawn all over again. So you can literally sit at a grace, run back and forth, and farm them to your heart's content. Meaning unlimited multiplayer access for you if you just take a simple 20 minutes of your time and run back and forth to a silly spot. Yeah, in older Souls games, you could not do that. So that's that's one thing. Another thing about Elden Ring as well is it has a lot more classes and different and different play styles than a lot of the other Souls games too. There's just a lot more here and a lot more offering, and just it's built like a game that's built to appeal to more people, and I think that's why so many different players are playing it. Now, there's hard bosses in this game. From what I know, there are about 60 or 70 different total bosses in Elden Ring. It has an option for New Game Plus. If you are an RPG player and you don't know what New Game Plus is, let me explain. It is a mode where you complete the game, you keep your base stats and everything you've earned, and you move up to an even harder version of your playthrough, so that way it's challenging content that's on your current level, and you can keep leveling to your heart's content. It's a pretty cool feature. Now, granted, when it comes to New Game Plusing, remember that when playing multiplayer, you are limited by those New Game Pluses. So, for example, if you go into New Game Plus and your friend is still on their first playthrough, you can't play with that friend again until they hit New Game Plus. So just do keep that in mind. Now, Elden Ring, like I said before, it does have classes. A lot of these Souls games, there's different starter classes and things. But man, the build variety and stuff you can do, the classes in this game, I hate to say it, but they don't even matter, because there's just so many different combinations and pathways you can take different characters. It's unreal. Like, you can start the game as a knight, and you may end it wanting to work on your intelligence and being a mage, or vice versa. There's just so many ways you can go. There's so much leveling you can do, so many skill points you get that are going to make you want to try other things, so many weapon drops and play styles that you're going to see from other players, bosses, and all kinds of things. It's just, when you first play it, you think you have your mindset on what you want to be or what you want to do, and you saw some cool guys build on YouTube, but I guarantee you're going to summon a man randomly sometime during this game and bring him into your game, and he's going to show you something even cooler. Because especially the fact that this game is new, people are still discovering cool builds, different play styles, and things that that no one's tried yet. And I think that's one reason the game's going so viral, because it's so open world, it's so big, there's so much to discover. Every day somebody's figuring out something new. So yeah, in my opinion, if you're an MMORPG lover, I would definitely give Elden Ring a shot. It's not an MMO, but it does offer a lot of those things that MMO players enjoy. Crafting, gathering, multiplayer, challenging bosses, hard mechanics, crazy builds, and, just a fun end game. If that's what you're looking for in a multiplayer RPG, I would definitely recommend checking out Elden Ring. But that's just my personal opinion. If you guys are playing it, let me know how you feel about it down in the comments below. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like button. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.